Hello students, welcome to Jacobian definition, its properties and functional dependence and functional independence. Let's get started. Jacobian. First I will define for the function of two variables. Let u equal to u of x comma y. V is another function, v of x comma y. Let the functions u equal to u of xy equal to v of xy, v equal to v of xy, then Jacobian of Jacobian of u comma v with respect to u comma v with respect to x comma y is denoted and defined as the symbol is like this. It's denoted by the symbol j of u comma v numerator by x comma y. The other notation is dou of u comma v by dou of x comma y. This is the notation for the Jacobian for the function of two variables, and definition is it is defined like this. Definition is defined like dou u by dou x row 1, again dou u by dou y, second element, second row dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y. This is same as another notation also we can denote. It is a modulus determinant. This is also denoted by like this, also defined like this, ux uy, again second row vx vy. It's a second order determinant, order of 2 by 2 abcd like format, determinant or modulus, so we can say here determinant. Now so we'll discuss here, note few points. We can extend this Jacobian property for more than two functions. If I have u equal to u of x comma y comma z, so v equal to v of x comma y comma z, and w is another function having variables like w of x comma y comma z, then in that case Jacobian is defined like this. So I will be writing here the first point. We can say if u equal to u of x comma y comma z, v is another function having variables, independent variables x comma y comma z, and w is another function having independent variables x y z, then Jacobian for the function of three variables, it is defined like this: j of uvw numerator divided by x comma y comma z with respect to x y z, or dou of u comma v comma w divided by dou of x comma y comma z, again which is equal to, this is the only notation. Now I am writing here determinant. The determinant is I am writing over here. This is the determinant having 9 elements. The first element is ux. We can say here the first element you can suppose ux uy uz, which means dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou u by dou z. Second row is vx, again vy suffix vz. So partial derivatives all are wx, wy and wz, 9 elements. Determinant of order 3 by 3. Determinant of order 3 by 3. Okay students, now we will discuss about here. We can extend this one for more than two functions. A property here, we will discuss about point 2 properties of Jacobian. The very first property I am giving Roman number here, j times j dash equal to 1. What is j? Or we can say here j stands here dou of u comma v by dou of x comma y for the function of two variables I am writing here. U is a function of xy, v is a function of xy. again. So here dou u by dou of uv by dou of xy multiplied by dou of now x comma y divided by dou of u comma v, which means here the meaning is j times this is, you can suppose j, so Jacobian of uv with respect to xy, so multiplied with Jacobian of xy with respect to uv. If you multiply both of the results, you will get 1. The product is 1. This is the Jacobian property 1 equal to 1. So the symbol is J stands. The first the J stands here dou of uv by dou of xy. Okay, J dash means dou of x comma y by dou of u comma v. Now property 2. Now let's talk about property 2. If I have u comma v are functions of some variables r comma s and r comma s are functions of x comma y, then it's a chain rule property. Then j of or dou of uv with respect to x comma y, it is defined like this: dou of u comma v by dou of r comma s. Here r comma s are independent variables. Now here in the product case, dou of, I can say this is dou of r comma s divided by dou of x comma y, x comma y. This is the, this property is called Jacobian property 2. Here very clearly it seems UVR depends upon R comma S and R comma S depends upon X comma Y. In this case, so Jacobian of UV with respect to XY will be defined like this: dou of UV by R comma S multiplied by dou of R comma S by dou of X comma Y. This is called property 2. Next, we'll talk about here functional dependence and functional independence. So the third one I can say here, functional dependence. When functional dependence happen, if Jacobian vanishes, simple, if Jacobian vanishes, which means that is, we can say if j is j is equal, j is equal to 0, vanishes. If j is 0, then we can say functions are functionally dependent, we can say here. So if j equal to 0, then functions are given functions are functionally dependent. Very simple idea. First, okay, find the Jacobian of the given functions. If determinant value is 0, we can say given those functions are functionally dependent. And also okay, we get a relation, and also we get a relation between given functions. This is what we need to understand here. So whenever j is 0, we can find a relation between given functions, which means one function we can express in another function. For example, u comma v are functionally dependent, means we could express u as a function of v, vice versa, or v is a function of u. This is happens when both functions are functionally dependent. Thus, that we can see in problems. Now next point we'll talk about here, the last point here, functionally independence. Means functional independence, we can say functional independence. So which means if Jacobian is not equal to 0, if j is not equal to 0, then simply given functions are functionally independent. How do you understand? You will be given u and v, find Jacobian. If Jacobian is not equal to 0, we can say functions are functionally independent. In this case, we cannot express one function in terms of other function, which means u cannot express u as a function of v, or v is a function of u. This is happens, okay, in functional independence case. Whereas for the functional dependence case, you can express u as a function of v, or v is a function of u. V is a function of u. Okay, that's enough. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching.